y'all, welcome back. As you can tell from my very messy desk, we are back for another month planning session. I'm excited about this one because I actually reworked my content strategy for the upcoming months, and I started using a new AI tool that's helping me recycle my YouTube videos onto Instagram and writes my social captions for me. I also got a massive package from Erin Condren at the end of last week, and I haven't, well, I'm gonna be honest, I opened it because I got so excited and the stuff in here is so cute. I am going to open it and show you everything. I haven't used any of it yet. I just couldn't wait, and I knew I couldn't film this video over the weekend, so here we are. In today's video, I'm going to walk through how I create a consistent content calendar for Teacher Marketing Academy because I have a day job as head of content strategy for Classroom Champions, and also I do some other contracting jobs on the side. If I don't stop and think what is going to be valuable for all of y'all and what do y'all want, then I end up chasing my own tail, feeling like it's never enough. And I don't know if you ever feel that way when you're already behind on content planning. It's so hard to catch up. And I always say a lot of times we need to pause in order to accelerate and keep that momentum going. Let's get started. Let's talk about the stuff that I have on my desk right now so you know exactly how I think about planning holistically. I'm a firm believer that you need to plan your personal, your side business, and your day job all at one time, because if you don't do that, you end up adding too much on your plate for your side business when it may be a busy month for your daily job, or if you have trips planned, you may forget about that and think you're gonna get all these amazing things done, and in reality, you're not. So I like to see everything in a full view, which is why I use a ton of different planning templates in order to keep me organized. Now, I know it's going to be very insane when I walk through the things that I use, and you don't have to do this. I want to be very clear. This is what works for me, and I'm not saying it's going to work for you. I hope you take some of these ideas and use them as seasonings on your own recipe for your organizational success. The first thing I print out at the beginning of the month, I print out this monthly calendar. This allows me to see all of the content that I'm going to create for the month. Everything that I create funnels into something. I'm never creating one separate idea for only one channel. When I create YouTube videos, I also turn those into blog posts, and I embed the YouTube video inside the blog post. And then I also share it in my newsletter. While it can feel like I'm posting in a lot of different channels, yes, I am. However, I am aggregating a lot of the content in itself and maybe showing a little piece of it in the newsletter and then driving them to the actual channel if they want more. If they want to go deeper, they can click out. I also have a marketing membership where I give 2 snackable trainings every month, as well as weekly live coaching based on whatever people want to work on that week. And I want and need to make sure that all of that is thematic and it funnels up to what that collective group needs and wants at that time. I have to make sure I am on my A game when it comes to creating this kind of content, so then I can also have a life. A lot of times people ask, how do you have time to create and plan and do all this stuff? And here's the thing, my day job is marketing. Like, I do marketing, I love marketing, I'm constantly thinking about marketing. I'm basically repackaging the research that I'm reading. I'm repackaging it for all of y'all. That's why it's a lot easier. I'm going to film a training later today for those in the society, and I don't have to prep because I've given this same speech so many times in other avenues that I have it like a well-oiled machine. That's why when I plan a lot of stuff, it may feel like it's a lot, but it's also like just easier for me, which is great because then it's more content for you. After printing out this monthly planner, I love to print out my daily, weekly, monthly planning templates. Here is one that I threw away, and then here's another one. I love these because I made these with the sole intention of combining your personal, your work, and your side business together, as well as self-care. In order for us to be a full human and not burn out, we need to be able to see everything in a full glance. Although I have everything also listed in a Google Calendar, which I'll show you in just a second, I love to use a paper calendar that I can hang on my fridge. And this is really helpful for myself whenever I'm walking around and I think I have time to do things. I look on my calendar and I think, wait, I actually have an event that evening. My favorite calendar is Basic Life of Brooke's monthly calendar. I love how beautiful and the motivational quotes that she has. This one is June, it's You Are Enough, and I've already started to put some things in here. I'm off on the 19th for Juneteenth. I'm going to Get Your Teach On with Kid Power and Classroom Champions at the end of June. And then June 30th, I will be in Scotland for a week. I'm really excited about going. The only part of the UK I've been is London. London, and I am really excited to explore someplace new. That said, content can't stop when I'm on vacation, so this is an important month now more than ever that I make sure that I get my ducks in a row and I batch create as much content as I can. Another reason why it's so important for me to figure out what personal things I already have going on is because I have to sync that to my digital calendar. Because, and if you didn't know this, and now you know, small business owners can book a 30-minute discovery call with me whenever they want if they're unsure how to work with me, but they want to. The reason I bring this up is because I use Calendly as a scheduling link. They decide they want to work with me, but they're not sure. By having a scheduling link all across my channels, someone can click that link, see my availability, and then schedule a time that works best for them. If I don't block off my digital calendar, then someone could essentially book a time when I'm either working during my day job or I have personal stuff going on in the early morning or in the afternoon. I try to make sure and keep it very balanced, and that means I have to be ahead of the game with that. The first thing I'm going to do is block off my calendar in the month of June and put things that I have going on. So I know, and I just did this, grab my phone, is at the end of June, I have a management training for the Junior League. And if you don't know what the Junior League is, it is a nonprofit volunteer organization that has chapters all across the US. I was a member when I lived in Texas, and then I transferred to the membership in Fort Lauderdale when I moved here. I'm the marketing VP for the organization, on top of having meetings with my team, which does like internal, external communications, the website, all that fun marketing stuff, and then those people have a team. I also have to go to leadership meetings. I need to make sure and add this to my list. I'm going to add, and then we have a 6:30. Normally when I have personal stuff that comes up too, I start to put it on my digital calendar. Of course, I love to use fun little stickers. I also have a birthday party. For Teacher Marketing Society, I decided to switch all of the live coaching to early in the morning because I feel like teachers are off and it's a better time than having to do it late at night when everyone else was available. So this is done. I'm going to go hang this up and so it's out of the way. The next thing I'm going to focus on is my content strategy for the next month, which I actually rethought through and I'm excited to share with you. I'm gonna put screenshots on here so it will all make sense. With the content strategy, you wanna think about, people call this all sorts of things, content buckets, content pillars, themes, series, content lines. Basically, it's thematic pieces of content that funnel up into what you do for your business, and also what can humanize you and what can bring more people to your accounts. To be honest, with the Reels monetization last year, I definitely just hopped on the trending audio area and I didn't really do anything else. So there's 5 buckets that I've created so far. That doesn't mean that I'm going to share all 5 content buckets every week. It just means that I am diversifying my content types. So the first one is education. This means I'm going to share either content strategy, social media, and or email marketing tips. I want to show people like you that I know what I'm talking about. I want to provide value to you. I'm going to give tips that funnel up to products that I sell. So if I don't sell a product with that tip, it doesn't lead people to purchase something from me, which is also the goal, right? Yes, we love sharing and yes, we love giving free tips, and also we want to make sure that we can monetize that. The second bucket I am sharing is a content reshare. This means I'm sharing snippets like my YouTube videos to drive traffic and build authority and expertise. I tested out this new website. I will link it down below. I have been testing out this new website and I am really enjoying it so far. I've only used it for the past 2 weeks, so I'll give you an update on how it's working so far. It is an AI tool that you drop your YouTube video or a longer form video, whatever you prefer. You can even paste the YouTube link into the video. So for example, I have older posts that I deleted the raw file, but I can still extract it using the YouTube link, and it gives me 10 snippets and I can choose 30, 60, 90. It takes the highest engaging parts of the video. The fact that it can read that is just insane. It also gives me the title of the video and the social media caption. The fact that this did not take so much of my time and now I have so many snippets of content that I can reshare. What I ended up doing was putting them in my phone so I can pump them out for social, as well as I already started scheduling them for YouTube Shorts, and I'm hoping that's going to help help increase my traffic over time. It also helps me stretch out this content, right? If you saw one of my past videos, I also use AI to edit my videos because it's such a faster way to edit. I'll link that video down below and also the resource that I use for that. My time has been cut in half since I started, which is also how I'm able to show up more on social media. I'm basically using tech to help do the work for me and be as much of a virtual assistant as possible because I'm only one person. Okay, I digress. Let's go back. Education, content reshare. My third content strategy bucket, did you hear the honking? The third content strategy bucket is real talk. And basically that's going to be me sharing the work I'm doing behind the scenes for Classroom Champions. I just started consulting for a science ed tech company that I'm really excited for. I'll talk more about that. Consulting is something that I really love doing because I want to grow and stretch in marketing as much as possible, and doing that not only for teacher business owners, also doing it for really big companies and trying to help them grow as fast as they can really helps make sure that I'm sharpening my marketing saw as much as possible, and I have skin in the game because of course I'm getting paid to do it, and also I want to see that company succeed too, and I want to help them get there. I just don't know how to sit still, let's just call it what it is. I'm also a contractor for a social media agency. It is not a lot of work, honestly. It's probably about 1 to 2 hours a week, so nothing busy. I usually do that when I wake up Saturday morning or sometimes late at night before bed because it's really not a lot of work, but I'm really grateful that I have the opportunity. The girls that run the agency, I really, really like them, and I'm going to share a little more of my behind the scenes of that. The reason I'm doing this is because it helps me build authority in the marketing space since I'm doing work in a higher stakes environment, right? I think my secret sauce and why I have my unique value proposition for you is the fact that I did it at Nearpod, I did it at Vocabulary, I did it for a mental health ed tech company, I'm doing it for Classroom Champions, and they work with Olympians and Paralympians, and now I'm going to do it for this ed tech company. I now have this diverse landscape. It's not like I've just been doing this one company this whole time, because it's easy to get really good at one company when you've been there for a while. Now I have all of this experience with different problems, if you will, that you're trying to solve for, with different ways to think and different streams, and I think that's a part of marketing that I want to share more of. So that is a new content strategy bucket that I've been a little nervous to share, but why not? That's crazy. The next bucket is weekend fun, sharing the fun things I do on the weekend. Why is it valuable to the audience? Always think about that. Because as entrepreneurs, we want to make sure that we live a full life. I want to pair this with an inspiring quote, and I want to humanize myself as a person beyond the screen. Not fun. I do really fun stuff on the weekends, and I want to show that you can do fun things, and you can still be good at your job, and you can still do this side hustle that hopefully brings in a lot of money. I think it's important that we glorify every single aspect that makes us us. The last content strategy bucket is memes, because I want to create virality that pokes fun at the lifestyle of entrepreneurs, and this creates shareable content and uplifts those who follow me. I can't plan too far in advance with that because I want to use relevant memes, right? It's more of I need to make sure that that's on my radar. Now that I know what my content strategy buckets are, now that I know what to look for with my content, it makes it so much easier. Every reason of why I was sharing something goes back to the receiver of information. Why is it beneficial to them? Why should they care? It's less about us and it's more about them. And a lot of times when I hear people say, I don't know what to post, or this isn't doing well, one, you do it. If it flops, you keep testing it and then you change. You need to ask yourself, is it beneficial for somebody? Okay, so then what I do, and I'm planning all of this in Notion, by the way. This is actually a strategy tip that I got from the social media agency because they manage about 30 plus clients, I think more. I really like the way they format. Working for other companies gives me ideas that I can add as seasonings into my organization. I'm not following the exact things that they do. However, they have to be on top of their A game when it comes to managing so many clients. I can totally see how this mindset is relevant. What I have right now is I have a content calendar, and what I'm doing is I have little emojis that stand for, is it just an idea? Is the caption written? Does the picture still need to be taken? Or is it already in my drafts ready to go? And the goal is to have everything for the week ready to go. I started to put in each content bucket on a certain day of the week, and of course I'm moving things around. I'm gonna go to Get Your Teach On, I'm probably gonna get some pictures there, so I can probably pre-write some captions that might make that relevant. Also, that reminds me that when I think about YouTube, I should vlog about my time at Get Your Teach On the vendor side. I'm gonna make sure and do that. That's gonna give me a content idea. So I'm starting to think about what are some things I can take pictures of, what content is being reshared, and for real talk, talk, remember real talk is behind the scenes, I started to plan out what topics do I want to talk about. Another thing I think about is what content that I share on a monthly basis that's routine that I love. The first of the month, I share Basic Life of Brooks wallpapers, and I make that a carousel. I share the Teacher Marketing Society trainings from the previous month. I share the first one because it drives engagement, because it's a pretty picture. I love promoting Brooke, and it serves me because I am reminding my audience that I have a membership where I give trainings inside. In the middle of the month, I share content ideas for teacher business owners for the following month. It's just a graphic that gives them topics and ideas that they can share. I want to build that out a little bit more, so I have that listed. For my fun weekend pictures, I went through my phone and I started to look at what pictures that I take from previous weekends that I can recycle. My content strategy is pretty good. I probably need to spend about 30 more minutes thinking about this, so I'll do that in a little bit. Then what I did is I started to use ClickUp, and I could talk about this for so long. I even have this on a note because I wanted to make sure that I brought this up. There's so many planning things you can use: Notion, ClickUp, Airtable, Monday.com, Asana, and I've used them all. Look, it doesn't matter what you use. I don't even know which one is my favorite so far. I will say Airtable is the best for data aggregation. That is where I list all of my blogs, content. It's basically a digital asset repository. It is such an amazing way to have everything organized, and I know what needs to be recycled. That is the only thing that I will scream to the rooftops. I basically plan social media using Notion, and then I bring it in here for what needs to be done immediately. I have my content for the society that I want to plan out. I mentioned the society. I do 2 trainings as well as some free downloads. Because I do weekly connects, my hourly rate is expensive. To get something like that in a society, honestly, I feel like I have too many trainings in there, but I love connecting with teachers, so it's totally fine. Next month, the theme is going to be about social media because I noticed that people in the group are having a lot of questions about it, and I haven't really created a lot of trainings about it, even on YouTube, which is so funny because I was a senior social media and influencer marketing manager for 5 years, and I have my own account. So it's so funny that I haven't created any trainings on this. And again, this is one of those things that's going to be really easy to create, but just a little time consuming because obviously I want to make sure that it's really good. Next month, I'm going to create a training about creating valuable social media content, and it's going to go deep, deep, deep into making sure that you feel confident in what you're creating and how to tell a story on social media. I want to hit more on Instagram stories and how to use that as a lever. I'm going to create a download for them, which is how to list your content pillars with a planning template that they can use. So kind of what I created and what I use right now, but I'm going to spruce it up. I'm going to make a massive list of examples. I've been screenshotting stories online that look so beautiful and actually tell a story. And my goal is to put that in a deck so people can use that to inspire them. That's what I'm working on in June. I want to kind of get my feet wet with this one is because in the academy is 8 vaults. If you want a marketing foundation boot camp, it is there. And it comes with 6 one-on-one coaching calls. Neat. So I want to also add a robust social media content vault in the academy. The next video that I want to do is how to not use ChatGPT. It's really important that you look at your analytics. My how to use ChatGPT for TPT sellers did really well. Because of that, I want to do another, I call it the evil twin, so it's like the opposite of what the other one is, to drive traffic, and then I can cross-link. And then I want to do a YouTube video about grow your social media with these tips. It will be an even more snackable version of the training in the society. So notice what I'm doing. This is why I want to share this with you. I have this one topic about social media for TPT sellers. The big, let's say it's like a 40-minute whatever training, and again, I do like a bunch of modules and I'll break it up, will be in the academy. Like the big one that's going to be like how da-da-da-da. Then I'm going to give some hows in the society that's going to be probably about a 30-minute training. And then these videos, because normally I try to keep the trainings to about 7 to 10 minutes long, it will be 1 to 2 tips to help you grow your social media, and I'll put that on YouTube. So notice that I took this one idea and I decide what content goes in each one based on what people are paying for, and also making sure that it still provides value to the people, and then I'm not having to create 7 different type of topics. So this is a muscle that I encourage you to flex when you're thinking about word problems or anything when it comes to teaching strategies that you're teaching teachers. How can you break it apart so it fits all of your channels? There's so many other things I probably should do, but this gives me a strong content strategy. I think I have planned a ton. I think you've listened to me a ton, and now let's open up my gift It's from Erin Condren. I'm so excited. It was so nice of them to send it, and I'm excited to show you. So let's get started. Now we're gonna reward a wonderful planning time with opening this amazing gift that Erin Condren sent me. Well, let's open it up. Even though I already pre-opened it, and the reason why I'm so excited, there's so much stuff in here. This is their summer essentials collection, and everything looks so beautiful. This is a cute tote. I love it. This thing is so big. Do you see like how big this is? I am pumped to use this. It has this cute, I don't know what the material is, but I feel like this is perfect for running quick errands, or it's big, but it's not like bulky, you know? The next thing they sent, this is their multi-pouch. I'm looking at all the totes that they have online. I didn't even know they had these. This I am so excited for, and if you go work at a coffee shop or anything, this is what you need. I almost started using this weekend, and I was gonna repackage it and pretend, but I waited. This is so cute. It is a 3-prong pouch. Because I travel all the time, whether I'm going downtown or going to a coffee shop or whatever, now I can put my external, like my extra phone charger, my cords, my AirPods. I have all of my TPT products that I've created in a drive, and so now that can go in here. Also my cords for when I'm recording. I have a pocket for everything that I need, and I am so excited now to just keep it in here, and then when I'm ready to go I can just take it because I have it in so many different cords. Did I not just tell you earlier that I was going to Scotland? My packing cubes that I've had, I bought them from Amazon, and they were just not that good of quality. Look at these packing cubes. There's this big one here, which, like, look how deep this is. There's this one, and then this one, which is a mid-sized one. I love using these. These are so perfect. I also like to use them at first for just like little small stuff, and then I like to put all my dirty clothes in here afterwards. If you don't know, I have traveled to over 10 countries. I feel like half of them have been solo international trips, so I don't post about it a lot on my teacher marketing account. I put it on my other Instagram account because that's more of like personal fun lifestyle. It's more just like a digital diary for me, honestly, is kind of the way I think about it. The next thing in here, ooh, this is clear crossbody stadium bag. This thing is massive. Oh my gosh, and it has like a cute little, here is clear crossbody. I got 3 planning pieces. These pens. I love these pens so much. You can see I have so many of them right here. I love that they don't bleed. It's my favorite. I got this cute notepad that I'm excited to use. I got their new life planner, and this is the Etta V cover, which her stuff is so beautiful. And then you can tell it's the new color coil that Erin Condren came out with, and I'm so excited to use this. So the one that they sent, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. They have like motivational things. So this one starts in July. I'm really excited to use this because the one they sent over is the one that's blocked into 3. I've had probably about like 6 or 7 in my lifetime. I'm gonna do maybe top things I wanna do for Costume Champions and for my business that day. That way it's content, one thing for each, to make sure that it's like the #1 priority. Anything that can help me stay on top of my planning game, because we can't just hustle and grind all day, and we can't just have fun and only have fun where we don't chase these dreams and all our dreams are just things we talk about, right? So there has to be a happy medium, and there's times in life where, you know, you're gonna be doing more than one part of the spectrum and the other. I've talked about this a lot using the Wellness Wheel, which is a mental health resource to help you make sure that you stay balanced. I'll link the templates that I created down below because they've really helped me check in with myself once a month to make sure, am I making sure to get back to me? Sorry, I was a little dramatic in the ending, right? Thanks so much for watching this video about how I plan my monthly content, creating a new content strategy, social media trainings that I have coming up, enjoying opening this with me. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Erin Condren, for sending. And as always, if you have any questions about anything I mentioned, drop it down below. And if you have any content requests, drop that, because that also helps me decide what I'm gonna create. Okay, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all. Hi! I'm batch filming YouTube videos and I just filmed this video in a different shirt. I forgot to say, please like and subscribe this video so you never miss a teacher marketing video with me again. Thanks so much for watching. Now let's film the next video. Bye y'all.